The Bahamian national team pulled off a big upset yesterday. Might not happen today. Omer Yurt 7 rocking the rim. They could feel that one back in Turkey. Chemistry from Sherfield and Dante off that time. Patterson with those long arms pokes it away. No one's going to stop that. Freiburg collecting. I might have figured it out with Freiburg from State College, Pennsylvania. Penn State playing later today. A lot of reasons to play well, and he hits a big triple. Hard work on display right here. Up to Carey, who speeds to the rim for a one-handed punch. Good defending that time by Sherfield, getting it done on both ends. Now open for the triple, extra pass, Dante! Not much of it right now, Saratovic, that's a tough shot, it goes down! A magic trick from Iman Saratovic. Gavin Schall alongside Troy Tauscher bring you all the action from the Arizona State Classic. Third place game coming up. It's Long Beach State taking on the Boston University Terriers. Long Beach State yesterday struggled with Florida's size. They couldn't really see past double teams. Boston, though, maybe has even bigger issues, Troy. They couldn't do anything against Arizona State yesterday. We're about to get underway here at Richland Northeast High School. Dorman advancing to the semifinals after a 56-44 hard-fought win over Gray Collegiate. It's Keenan in white. It's Dorman in navy. We're underway. The battle for South Carolina right now on Flow Hoops.
Number 1 in 3A, Keenan. Number 1 in 5A, Dorman.
They immediately look for P.J. Hall, and how about that right off the bat? The length of Dylan Jones poking the basketball away.
Showcase game for the state of South Carolina. Dylan Jones started in the 8th grade, Gavin, and he's a junior now, so this is his 3rd year as a starter. 4th year, as a starter. And he's one of the top juniors in the state, and he had a good offensive game against Georgetown signee Malcolm Wilson, a 6'11 center in the last round. Jones went inside and scored on Wilson more than once in that game, giving up 5 inches.
P.J. Hall missing a gimme that time. Back down with it is Qdarius Sanders. Spin move. Oh, no put in that time by Jones. It would have been pretty.
Jones got a decent look. The spin may have thrown him a little bit out of control.
Talon Cooper, a great pace to his game as he works it to his backcourt mate Tate, leaving it far short that time. Good contest from Latrell Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor got a piece of that shot. Points are at a premium in this game. I gotta believe, something in the 40s, 50 points might win this game.
Two very defensively oriented squads, a lot of length, a lot of perimeter athletic ability, as that one's picked off nicely by Talon Cooper, who was looking ahead at Tate, and it ends up in the crowd, almost hitting our reporter Kat Biancardi while she was eating, which would have been unfortunate.
Dorman had never won a state championship. Their head coach, Thomas Ryan, is from this part of the state. He's from the Midlands. Played at Lexington High School for Bailey Harris, one of the all-time great coaches in South Carolina history.
Good take that time by Kamal Desor, who couldn't get it to go. You're right, defense, or rather points, going to be at a premium in this one. Both these teams so physical, and there is that rivalry factor. They're battling for the title of best team in South Carolina.
Keenan beat 4A number 1 Ridgeview in the first round of this tournament on Wednesday night in that double OT win.
How about that? Qdarius Sanders on the blow-by, beating Miles Tate. You said it, arguably the best player in South Carolina, but now Desor rocking the rim right in the face of Asante Price.
Desor, 6'5" and a senior, and he got up. Sometimes you got to get up to get down.
That was epic. On this stage with this crowd, what a way to start the scoring for Dorman. Sanders, good swing pass. Triple on the way from Taylor Nylon.
Excellent work in the half court by Keenan, and a tough shot there by number 4, Latrell Taylor.
Both these teams have come to play. Dorman, we told you, 2-time defending 5A champs. Keenan, they lost to Gray Collegiate in the semifinals last time they were there. P.J. Hall, the big man on the triple. He can make those, but not that time. Raekwon Horton, he's a shot maker. Number 5 in white.
He is. He does a lot of things. Good defender, rebounder, good basketball instincts. He's a ball player.
Keenan taking their time offensively, trying to get it inside to Jones. Jones one-on-one with P.J. Hall, who had a good contest but committed a foul in the process.
All ball up top, but Hall got Jones with the body, and this is what has impressed me most about Dylan Jones, this 11th grader who started in the 8th grade for Kenan High School, one of the top programs in South Carolina. His confidence has grown. Gavin, he's attacking taller defenders now. Malcolm Wilson, 6'11", headed to Georgetown. Jones took the game right to him every chance he got in the last round, and he did the same thing. He did not hesitate. He didn't blink. He went straight into the bucket on Hall and drew that foul.
18 points against Ridgeview, but perhaps even more impressively, 13 rebounds from the guard spot. 0 for 2 on the free throws, though. Collected by DeSore. Dorman coming out with the intention of playing fast. Talon Cooper, start, stop, lay in. That was nice.
Yes, it was. Pretty good defense there by Keenan, but hard to keep up with a move like that.
Head coach Thomas Ryan for Dorman clapping it up, saying more of that, Talon. So they operate out of the post, working against Hall is Jones, who had it poked away from behind that time by Miles Tate.
Great defensive play, Miles Tate. Jones caught napping a little bit.
Denied that time. It was Jake Atkins getting shut down by Latrell Taylor.
I don't think Jones is accustomed to the guard getting to the double team so quickly like Miles Tate just did for that steal.
But then how about the closing speed that time by Latrell Taylor? Atkins, that's usually bottoms, but they got a good contest on it. That's Jake Renwick. Good look inside for Hall, but the swarming defense from Keenan beat them to it. Now DeSore, extra pass. Hall using the backboard as a shield. He lays it in.
That's nice. P.J. Hall taking advantage of his height in there, and that's certainly where Dorman could have an advantage tonight if they can get Hall around the rim at 6'9".
Jones looking backdoor for Taylor, who took a hard spill, and he'll get free throws for his efforts.
So Keenan patient in the half-court offense. No shot clock, South Carolina high school basketball. They can take all the time they want. And, you know, the interesting thing about this game is we've got good athletes on both teams, good programs, great coaching, but we have players that have high basketball IQ. So neither team's going to do anything to beat itself tonight. Both teams like to get out and play a little bit up-tempo. You know, Keenan will press against the right team, but I don't think they're going to press Miles Tate and Dorman tonight, and I think we're going to see largely a half-court game. And I think that gives Keenan the best chance. Dorman might favor a little bit more up-tempo. They might like to see mid-50s, you know, 60 points. But I still think we're in for a low-scoring affair.
You see that contrast immediately. Dorman, they're pushing every time. Keenan trying to slow it down. Cooper, he has the ball on the string at all times. Renwick. Good step back, trying to lob it into DeSore, who's already had the dunk, gets another bucket on the interior.
DeSore, the X factor tonight. You know, everybody worried about Tate and Hall, and DeSore could capitalize on some extra opportunities tonight. He's certainly been active early.
Sanders missed a tough triple with a man in his face. Tate, the little shuffle pass that usually works so well, deflected away from Cooper. And a couple of substitutions for Thomas Ryan and the Dorman Cavaliers. Number 3, Sam Long, in addition to Tyrese Pilgrim, the senior guard.
Zach Norris is Keenan head coach. He's an Augusta, Georgia native, right across the Savannah River from us here in South Carolina. Went to Aquinas High, 20 years at Keenan, 5 state titles.
And you see he's getting low in his stance. 20 years in, hasn't dimmed the enthusiasm for Zach Norris. Good look ahead. Latrell Taylor now, they run, denial that time by Miles Tate.
Tate's wide open.
Pilgrim the other way, intercepted. Taylor, a little bit of cherry picking, lays it in.
Yeah, Keenan got the turnover down there and had a man wide open at the other end, so an easy bucket for the Raiders.
Back and forth they go. Pilgrim had a wide open 3. The hesitation, now he takes it and leaves it short.
Stepped in, got his feet set, got a good look, just couldn't knock it in.
Price, the hezi. And they'll slow it down finally.
Both teams defend the 3 well, something you got to do in the game today.
Price missed it that time. Good effort that time by Raekwon Horton trying to get the basketball, but it was all for naught.
We saw Keenan hit one earlier tonight. Their first 3, I believe it was. Taylor knocked it in from the left corner. But both teams defend the 3. You want to win in today's game, you have to defend the 3. And Dorman held Gray Collegiate, the number 1 ranked team in South Carolina in Class 2A, to 31%. I'm sorry, it was 22%. They were 5 of 28.
Todd
so
Garrett,
that's outstanding.
The captain for Keenan, in the game now. 6'4", senior forward. Talon Cooper attacking baseline. And missing the ball that time was Hall.
Keenan held its first round opponent to 25% three-point shooting. So these teams, you know, they understand the recipe for victory.
Jones couldn't hit after the adjustment. Dirty spin move that time by Cooper. Sets up Tate all alone. 5A player of the year is money from three-point range.
Miles Tate, boy, he makes a living out there.
Way too much room for such a talented prospect. has garnered interest from schools such as Clemson. His future coach, I believe, here watching him tonight. The look ahead that time. Talon Cooper has to really run hard. Tried to call a timeout on the baseline. Did they give it to him? They did. A heads-up play that time by Talon Cooper was falling out of play, called a timeout. We'll take a break with him on Flow Hoops. This game living up to the hype, a 3-point lead for Dorman in the early going. There were 12 players in the NBA who shot better than 54% from the field this season. Only one of them, LeBron James, wasn't a big man. The Suns' T.J. Warren joined him in that club over the season's final 15 games. While Warren's touch is undeniable, he actually credits his basketball IQ for the hot shooting.
I got good IQ. I got a good understanding and good feel for the game, and it's really something I really can't describe. It's just something I do when I'm out there. It's just a natural feel, and me being out there and just being effective and being efficient is really a big part of my game.
The Suns' Jared Dudley said Warren's scoring is simply a product of his natural ability, while Tyson Chandler talked about his improved body.
It's his touch, oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, TJ can have the knack around the basket, his floater. He gets offensive rebounds. I mean, TJ's a natural-born scorer. That's what, for him, he wakes up and he can average 15. So for him, the next step is defensively, playing defense without fouling, expanding your range to three-point, because I don't care how good you are offensively, this league's about spacing, and you got to need that for someone with Marquise and Booker.
I think TJ is going to continue to grow. I've seen him mature, the time that I've been there. I've seen his body mature, and he's maturing mentally.
Jared Dudley cautions you can't read too much into Warren's performance down the stretch. There were no real repercussions for him missing shots or missing assignments on defense. That being said, the fact that his efficiency went up when most players would go down with extra minutes is certainly a positive sign for his development, especially given the fact that he missed a significant portion of the season with a head injury. On the whole, Warren's improvement is exactly what Suns GM Ryan McDonough wanted out of him this year, and he expects more of the same next season. In Phoenix, Gavin Schall, Cronkite News.
Back with the winning coach, Charlie Turner-Thorne. Charlie, we talked last night, and you told me how tough this Oral Roberts team was. What allowed you guys to pull away? Sophie Bruner, clearly the story of the first half, going 7 for 7 from the field. But Riley Richardson was the name that really stood out for me in that second. She was excellent, and then she hit that buzzer beater.
Yeah, good luck pressuring Riley Richardson.
So as a coach, I know you're contractually obligated not to overlook any game, but after Christmas, you guys have Stanford coming in, the 10th ranked team in the country. With this incredibly strong finish to non-conference play, do you think your group is ready for that?
We'll be ready. All
right, so a great pitch from Charlie Turner-Thorne for fans to come out, and a great effort for Sun Devils. They win their 6th game in a row. For Ashley Elliott, for Charlie Turner-Thorne, for myself, that's it from Wells Fargo Arena. Thank you for tuning in.